bell rung for the General Open Banter. How you feeling? What's going on? 15th of January 2026. It is Thursday. A beautiful Thursday. Thank God it's Thursday. Oh yeah, and let me scream it out loudly because tomorrow I'm going to be screaming thank God it's Friday too as well. Every day needs to be screamed. That's right. You need to scream it. You need to show the day that, look, I'm a conqueror. Yeah, I conquered you already, and I'm screaming it out loudly, and I'm telling you that, hey, whatever it is, you're going to be fair to me, all right? You will work for me. That's just what it is. It's you taking command and taking domination over it. Well, my name is Udwak Daniel. Call me UD, the golden voice on your radio. And yes, I've got something to talk about today. It may not really be something that will make you smile or so happy and stuff like that. But then again, it calls for deep thinking as we go conversational on the matter today. Right now, we're looking at the issue that bothers around the story of Caesars forgotten in a woman's body after operation. I'm trying to understand it. Mother of 5 dies after doctors allegedly leave Caesars in a body in Kano. In Kano. So let me just bring the story to you. So remember, in the early hours of today at the 7 o'clock hour, I mentioned that it might just be what we will talk about, but yes, the producers have given the go ahead. Aishatu Umar, a 38-year-old mother of 5. She died after a pair of Caesars was allegedly left inside her body during a surgical procedure at the Abubakar Imam Urology Center in Kano, in Nigeria. So this incident is sparking widespread outrage, so much concern over patient safety and healthcare standards in the country. Let me paint you a picture. So imagine you're playing with building blocks, yeah? And you leave one block inside a toy box. When you come back to play, the box is closed and the block is stuck inside. Have you imagined that? Should I repeat? Okay, so imagine you're playing with a building blocks, yeah? And in the course of playing with it, you leave one block inside a toy box. Now, when you came back to play, that box is closed, sealed. It's stuck. You know that the one block you left is inside the toy box and it's closed. It's sealed in a way that you can't open it. You've got to break it or destroy it. That's what happened to Aisha too. The Caesars were like the block left inside the body. Caesars. A pair of Caesars. So the hospital has acknowledged the incident and they have suspended 3 personnel involved. The Kano State Hospital's Management Board has ordered an investigation into the matter as per usual. And then it really got me thinking. I started having goosebumps under my skin, very visible. If you were the family of the deceased, if you were her husband, if you were her children, if you were her relatives, an extended family, her parents if they were alive, what would you really do? What will be your next line of action? Because I try to put myself in the shoes of a husband. Maybe I can comfort him in my mind. I just couldn't. I didn't know. I didn't know what to do. I try to put myself in the shoes of a parent. If they are still alive, I don't know. Maybe a relative, a brother, a sibling, or sister. I don't know. But to think that you will have a medical issue and then you will go to the right place for help. Help that is not delivered to you free of charge. You'd still pay for it. Help that is rendered by professionals. Not a service boy for a traditional herbalist. A medical professional, or in our case, a group of medical professionals, because they are doctors with an S, so it's a plural. So you go there, you are alive. The only issue that is the problem is what you went there for, and you are paying for that service. And you have high hopes that as soon as I'm out of here, I should be better. And then you go in there with that family person of yours, or you take yourself there, but don't come out alive. In other words, you come out, but you come out with people carrying you out when you actually walked in there yourself. And this time you're not even knowing or having any sense of feeling or humor as regards to whatever is going on around you, because you're gone. So you're carried in a stretcher, put in an ambulance, and that's it. Next thing, 6 feet. In her case, what happens to the children now? Now, I'm one who believes in the beauty of family. And by beauty of family, I mean father, mother, and children. They've got to be there, present. Now, this ones did not experience divorce, so it's not divorce. She was still married to her husband. They just went to the hospital to check her out. Well, some are saying there's going to be compensation now. They compensate the family, the husband and the children. Maybe give the children scholarship and all of that, that can just be good to give the family closure, make them feel a bit better, even though it's not replacing the loss of lives, but at least they will gain something now. So I'm asking, is there even any compensation that will equate to the loss of life? Is there any compensation that will remove or diminish the fact that what has happened has happened? How do you explain the fact that you take your loved one to a hospital and not to a shrine or even a religious center, and yet due to negligence and lack of standards and ethics, you lose such a person? This is an avoidable mistake. But who should take the fall for this? The doctors or the hospital management? Or is it the husband or the woman who decided to go into a medical health center? Who should really take the fall now? If the husband had taken a wife elsewhere, society will still come for him and say, what is wrong with you now? This woman needs medical help. Not all of this. But he took her to the right place. And she still lost her life in the right place. So if you were the family of the deceased, what will be your next line of action? I just really want to know what you think about this, though. Because I'm trying to really pull myself together. Would you demand compensation, or would you want the hospital to take responsibility for their negligence? Because the hospital is saying that, it's not us, it's the doctors. So So who is the doctor? Who are the doctors? Who is the hospital? And is there a difference? Because there are some who are arguing that if there was proper management in that hospital, if there was ethics and standards in that hospital, there won't be this type of avoidable mistake. A pair of scissors found caused the tragic death of a woman who had gone in for operation in a medical hospital. Well, I'll just go on a timeout. I'll come back in for a time in, and I'll hear from you. What would you do? Who is to blame? The doctors, the hospital, or even the family of the deceased for taking her to the hospital for help?
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Farex Borehole. We are competent. We are committed. We simplify borehole for your borehole survey, for your borehole drilling, or any of your borehole challenges. Call us on 080 3596 5170. 080 3596 5170. You can visit our office at Goshen Plaza, opposite Jabi Motor Park, Abuja.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The general public is hereby advised to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Verify the licensing status of such schemes on this website: www.cbn.gov.ng, www.nicom.gov.ng, www.pencom.gov.ng, www.sec.gov.ng, www.fsrcc.gov.ng. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call CBN 0817-665-7060, SEC 0209-462-1168, 0916-772-3240. Announcer, FSRCC.
Hello, Nigeria! Hello, Africa! Do you want to work in the healthcare sector? Do you want to be a trained, certified nursing assistant, medical assistant, or caregiver? If yes, then register to enroll for Push Africa's one-year diploma in certified nursing assistance training happening at the African University College of Science and Technology, Abuja. Targeted trainees are unemployed graduates, O-level or ordinary diploma graduates, or anyone interested in working as a support worker in the healthcare sector. For details, log on to www.pushafrica.org or WhatsApp 080-339-42015, 080-339-42015. For registration, pick up application form at our partner radio stations or visit the reception at the African University of Science and Technology, Abuja.
Alright, we're back. This is the General Open Banter right here on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. My name still remains Udlive, who reportedly died on Sunday while undergoing a corrective surgery to remove the seizures which were said to have been forgotten in her body during an early operation at the facility. So Aishatu Umar is a Nigerian woman who has died after a pair of seizures was allegedly left inside her abdomen during a surgical procedure at the Abubakar Imam Urology Center in Kano State. Well, Abubakar Muhammad, who's a relative of the deceased, says that Umar had endured months of severe abdominal pains. I can't even imagine it, following a surgery carried out at the hospital, government hospital, in September of 2025. And he alleged that despite repeatedly returning to the hospital to complain of the worsening pain, she was only given pain relief medication. without further investigation. Just take pain relief, madam. You'll be fine. You're okay. Now, she underwent surgery at the Abubakar Imam Urology Center in September, and after that, she complained of severe abdominal pain for months. And that's what Mohammed said. He continues by saying each time she returned to the hospital, she was given painkillers. It was only 2 days ago that scans were carried out, and that was when the doctors realized and discovered the seizures had been forgotten inside her body. So plans were made for another surgery, but she passed away before it could be done. So the Kano State Hospital's Management Board said it has ordered an investigation into the alleged negligence that led to Umar's death. Mansur Nagoda, who's the executive secretary of the board, directed that an immediate probe be conducted into the circumstances surrounding the case following the public outcry, and that was just it. They keep saying the investigation will be transparent, impartial, and professional. Please, appropriate actions will be taken in line with established regulations. Should any negligence be established? Well, that's what Samira Suleiman, the board spokesperson, said. That the management had taken note of the reports describing the circumstances of Umar's death as distressing. We always have the qualification for these kinds of circumstances. But I just want to ask you already, what do you think about Nigeria's health system? What do you really think about it? Do we need help or we don't? And if you were related or relative to this 38-year-old woman, 38, this is a young woman still, 38, what will be your next line of action? 0907-353-0044 or 0908-766-8888. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, Ochanya. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just feel for that woman. I was talking to doctor this morning, my husband.
Yeah.
And tears was just coming out of my eyes. And he stopped talking to me. Do you know what? I cannot say more than this.
Yes.
But I will sit and listen to what people will say.
Right.
They should hold that doctor responsible. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
They should hold that doctor responsible. I cannot say more than this.
Okay,
but I will
appreciate
sit and listen.
It's all right,
Thank
Ochanya.
you.
I get that. I know how this can really be. It's really heavy. I mean, I don't know if you're really understanding what is going on here. 3 doctors so far have been held, or they've been held responsible for it. 3 doctors, right? From the federal hospital, they've been held responsible. But people are saying, how come management is not held responsible? The hospital itself is not held responsible. You're holding 3 doctors from that hospital, and the next thing now you will hear, because this is Nigeria, is that these doctors are not our doctors. We don't know them. They'll disown them. No, I'm just saying. I'm giving you possibilities. Because it happens right there, right in front of our faces. What would be the excuse of the doctors? Oh, I had a fight with my wife in the morning, so before I came for the operation, so while I was operating, she looked like my wife, and I got angry. Then I forgot the scissors. Is that going to be the testimony? And then what would it stop? What exactly can be done or will be done to the doctors responsible? Is it going to bring the woman back? Would it offer succor and calm to the family of the deceased? Is the management really washing his hands off this when the same woman had come to the same hospital severally complaining? And all y'all can say is, let's give you painkillers. You know, you just had an operation in September. We'll just give you painkillers. Don't worry, madam. You'll be fine. Because I'm trying to understand. I'm just really hard trying here to understand. Hello, good morning.
My name is Triple D, the man with a golden voice.
Triple
Good
D,
morning.
welcome aboard. Talk to me, Triple.
Okay.
Talk to me.
I'm still calling right now in Waru.
Right. Thank you, Triple. Talk to me.
Thank you. Yudi, this woman, she will not be the first victim in this country called Nigeria. She's not the first. She's not the first. If you heard about some patient complaint, Yudi, in fact, I don't want to go to my own story because my wife took me one certain year and go through autopsy. What do they call it? Autopsy, something pregnancy. It went to the wrong side of her womb.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Utopian. Is it utopian?
Yes,
right.
something of that nature.
Okay, utopian pregnancy.
I don't have time to tell you my story, if not because I stand firm. I was smart enough. And, you know, they were asking me whether am I a doctor. I said, that is not what I'm telling you. I'm saying this, you are telling me this. But I stood my ground because I'm someone that I'm very sensitive. If something started happening, I tried to find out what is the cause of this very particular thing. That was what just helped me with my wife.
Okay.
But let's leave that aside. Okay. Let me tell you, this doctor, we know there are mistakes in life, but it's good in this country. People should be even punished, whether they know about the mistake or not, so that someone even going through that process should be able to know that there is a punishment that will go through all this mistake you make. This very doctor will be going freer than any Nigerians. Let me tell you the truth.
They will go free.
They will be moving around free more than any other Nigerian. Free. Because there is no system to make him realize, or others should learn, others should know that, okay, if I go through this, this is what will happen. The mistake is too expensive, Yudi. It's too expensive. Now, the question I want to ask you, is he the only person that went through the CS room or theater room? Is he the only doctor?
No, there are three. There's a couple. Of course, cannot be only one doctor, man. No. So that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. I'm trying to understand it. Yeah, and triple. Just to correct okay, I think we made a mistake. It is ectopic. That's what it's called. Ectopic pregnancy. You know when the child, ectopic.
Ectopic, very excellent.
So
yes.
It's not the only doctor. That's the thing. You have nurses, or you have people who would serve you. You say, I need the scalpel, I need this, and they'll be giving it to you. It's not the only one. It's not the only one.
Now, Yudi, how can three trained professionals and then no, hi, may her soul rest in peace.
Right.
But let there be a space for him to pay for the price, so that you will not be as if I said this man will be free more than any Nigerian, and that is where other people will do the same. Will do anything they want.
Triple, what kind of punishment do you think will be enough?
Exactly. Now, number one is the hospital. The medical director should be called to question. Number one. Number two, they to find out from which school did he graduate. You know, which school did he graduated? Where did he do all before he becomes where he is today? So when you go all this through process, get to find out that the result is something they 40. You know, that kind of thing. Until you go through investigation, begin to know whether now find out that this mistake is bound to happen. When you go through process, you discover that some of them pass through the back door to be where they are to pay.
Right. Appreciate that one, Triple. Appreciate that one. Thank you.
Right. Good morning.
Okay. Well, I'm still hearing from you. I mean, what do you think about this? What do you think about it? Is the management not also to be blamed for this entire process? I mean, there's supposed to be a system that runs on standards and ethics. what happened. And just as Triple rightfully mentioned, I mean, you're not the only person there. You've got people assisting you. You're not a machine. You're not a robot. It's only robots that we know will be doing one thing or many things at the same time. Yeah? No, you're not like that. You're a human being. You need help. In fact, the way that we are structured to need help. Can't stand alone. Anybody that tells you I stand alone is only deceiving themselves. Yes, that person is deceiving himself or herself. Honestly, nobody can. So you've got all of this help, all of this support, and yet you forgot a pair of scissors inside somebody you just operated, inside the abdomen. And then the person goes through excruciating pain. Now you won't understand it. Maybe you're trying to. You imagine that you have just a wound, and because of that wound in your leg, you've not been able to concentrate. You can't concentrate. I don't know about you, but me, any part of my body, if I've got an injury, I cannot your mind keeps going there. Your brain is, you're finding discomfort, let alone having a pair of scissors in your stomach. Forgotten. Even you don't know. Please, how do I even blame you? You were not even aware when all of that operation was going on. So how can you be blamed? But you still made an effort to go for complaints. And to the same one hospital. And they keep telling you, you need pain relief. Take pain relief, you'll be fine. So please, help me understand the people we call specialists. What makes them specialists? The people we call professionals. What makes them professionals? Help me understand it.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. What's your name, please?
Hello,
yes, please.
Good morning. How is everything?
Very well, thank you, please. What's your name?
This is Samuel from Cuba.
Samuel from Cuba. Samuel, welcome aboard. Samuel, talk to me, man. Talk to me. If this was your relative, what would you do?
A doctor that forgot scissors in
a woman's
stomach of his head.
Yes.
It shouldn't be hurt. Why are you, doctor? Why are you doing that for the first place? Is it only one man work? I know that if operation is to be carried out, there are teamwork. And I like that if a doctor started practicing, there is somebody that is guiding him like a mentor. But I think in Nigeria that thing is not working. So once you finish from university, you find a hospital, you can enter and start operating. This is a call to order that Nigeria Medical Association need to look into it. That anybody that is a doctor, you will be under somebody for guidance, for tutorial, for mentorship. Somebody must be there to guide you, because it's a mockery to our nation. No? It's a big it's not something to be seeing a Nigerian doctor leaving tools inside someone's stomach. Okay, look at the life. Maybe the person that died now is the breadwinner of the family. So, what happens to the people left behind? Please, I think to my own submission, as I round up, is that there will be something like awareness, either in radio and television, on the activities that doctors are supposed to do, carried out, both treating of patients and even carrying out operation. The way that people are taking like awareness on cancer now. You see people there is all over the place awareness of cancer. Such a thing should also be carried out. That people will know what they are doing.
Right.
I won't take it. I won't take that. That man will not practice for life. He should remain at home. The license will be seized. That's my submission.
All right, license should be seized, and that's it. That's what Samuel is saying from Cuba. What would you do if a relative of yours went to the hospital and then during or after an operation, it was discovered later that a pair of Caesars was forgotten in their stomach? What would you do? What would it be for you? What would be your next line of action and all of that? And then when you look at it critically, if you are going to even sue, who are you going to sue? Are you suing just the doctors if they're found guilty? Are you suing the management of the hospital in itself? And if the hospital, of course, is a federal government hospital, that means it's you against the federal government. And considering the judicial antecedents in Nigeria, can you say that you will win such a case? So if there was compensation given to you, maybe 10 million, 10 million, I think I'm being generous. Sometimes it's not even up to 1 million, maybe 500,000 naira, please just calm down. Sorry for your loss and all of that. Wouldn't you just take it and forget everything? Or are you the type that will say, you know what, I don't want your compensation, even if it's 10, 15 million, even if it's 200,000, you know what, I leave it to God, because that's our practice. It's just how we are. But can all of these change the status quo? Can it change the narrative? The fact that that person is gone and won't be coming back? That you've just lost a family member? And Samuel made a point, and I think it's very critical to think about. What if the woman was the breadwinner? Now she's left 5 children. Who's gonna mother them? Who will mother them the way she would have mothered them? Another thought would be, she's only 38, please, for God's sake. She's just 38. This 38-year-old woman would have had her own dreams. She would have been serving a certain purpose. You never know. She must have told somebody that, you know what, tomorrow I need that wrapper so I can put it in my business. They will really love the designs. Or I've got to be, at the ministry because I've got perfumes that I'm selling. Or I've been asked to show up for a grant because I've been in farming for quite some time. If this is the way I'd support the family, so be it. All of that is cut short. It's dead and gone. It's forgotten now. It's a bye-bye issue. It's a yesterday issue, right? So I'm still asking that question. So you know someone who has gone through the same thing. Or this particular person is your sibling, your sister, your family member. What will be your next line of action? Especially when you are in the process, or you were in the process. From the time of operation, from the time of the first operation, to the time when the woman started complaining about, abdominal pain, I don't understand my system, my stomach especially, and all of that. To the times that you guys will visit the same medical hospital and they prescribe painkillers, to the point when they now finally decided to be professional to run a scan, only to discover the Caesars. To now when they now say we are planning on how to have a correctional surgery, or operation rather, corrective operation to remove the Caesars. What will be your next move? What are you going to do? And if you were going to sue, are you suing the doctors? Or you're suing the entire hospital for negligence? Let's not also forget that it was the same and exact thing that happened in the place of Chimamanda's son. Something close related. Remember Nkanu Nnamdi? When negligence becomes a personal injury claim? I mean, medical negligence in Nigeria, just as Triple D has said, it has become the focal point of discussion now, surrounding numerous deaths that could have been avoided. Many people have gone out to place their faith in the expertise of medical professionals to safeguard their lives, but in the end, it almost seems as though the placing of faith in this medical expertise is a transgression, is even a sin. Let's go see some comments right there that has come via the website. I see this one here. It's coming from John Daniel in Abuja. Says this is unacceptable. The hospital should be held accountable. My condolences to the family. Justice must be served. Jane Okpara in Abuja is saying that. Thank you, Jane. David Fred is saying, how can this happen in a hospital? Unbelievable. So Sarah Johnson is saying the hospital should compensate the family and take steps to prevent this in future. Compensate the family, Sarah is saying. At least at all, not bad, they always say. At least give the family something or compensate them. Because the life has gone. So compensate the family for this your negligence. While others are talking justice must be served, let the compensation justice to be served. So Tosin in Abuja is saying, I'm shocked and saddened. My thoughts are with the family. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Let me have a few minutes. Thank you very much. Hello?
Hello, good morning. Yes, please. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, the boys.
Appreciate my brother. Appreciate. Been a while. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Been a while. Been a while.
Yeah, been a while.
Yes.
I've been on and off.
I see. But for the purpose of the family, very well. For the purpose of the family, just introduce yourself, though.
Yeah. This kind of a thing.
What's the name? That's what I'm saying.
Yes. My name is Husseini.
Husseini, great. All right. Talk to me, Husseini.
It happened to me with my mother-in-law. 2000 and I think it's 2000 and something other 13 or 12. Akwa Ibom there. She was having a pain, she was having a pain after this hernia, what do they call it, whatever. And also she bring her to Abuja. You know what we found? A cotton wool.
You found what?
A cotton wool.
Cotton wool, where? In a stomach? In a stomach?
In her stomach, yes.
Good Lord.
Here in Abuja, I'm telling you. That's why whatever I have, any surgery at all in my family, you have to go for examining overall check. After you leave, they just go and check, make a check, scan everything. Because I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Somebody that is not meant to be a doctor, a nurse, so force yourself into that medical line, causing loss of life. This happened to me. My mother-in-law. I'm telling you.
They found cotton wool. Is it cotton wool?
Cotton wool. Yes, on her stomach.
Wow.
When she now get okay, I now took her back to Akwa Ibom. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate in this kind of
So let me ask you, Saini. If you were to discover this already, because from what I understand, it seems there was an operation that happened in Akwa Ibom State, yeah?
Yes.
Before you brought her to Abuja, yeah?
Yes.
You didn't take any action against the hospital in Akwa Ibom?
Honestly speaking to me, I just sent a warning, that's all.
Just a
warning.
warning.
But I didn't take any further action. Yes, okay. I just said the warning for them to know what happened.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
They scan everything forward to them.
Yeah.
They do apologize. It's not happening again. That's all. But apart from that, I didn't further anything. So far, my mother-in-law
is okay.
My mother-in-law is my mom too now, so I have to just,
Yeah, that's good.
I took her back. Yes,
let's celebrate her though. I mean, she's alive. She made it through. Honestly, she made it through. Thank you, Hussaini. Hussaini says, I just sent a strong message to the hospital that performed that operation and forgot cotton wool in my mother-in-law's belly. Because that's when we discovered it in Abuja. A strong message. At least she didn't. She wasn't unalived. So yeah. But in the case of Aishatu Umar wasn't that lucky. She's 38-year-old. She's a mother of 5. She died after a pair of scissors was allegedly left inside her body during a surgical procedure at the Abubakar Imam Urology Center in Kano, Nigeria. Yes, it was an operation that went down. After the operation, they forgot a pair of scissors in her stomach. That operation happened in September 2025. She struggled with it October, November, probably December. They discovered, oopsie, that there was a pair of scissors in her stomach after a scan. And this is after several calls that she has made to the hospital. She will go there. Oh, madam, it's pain relief. We'll give you pain relief medicine. Don't worry, you'll be fine. It's just as usual. It's something that happens. It's expected. It's part of the side effects. But don't worry, you'll overcome. Don't worry. Pain relief. So she was just taking pain relief for nothing. For nothing. Who knows whether the pain relief too added to with the scissors and when they discovered there was nothing like, let's fix this now. No, they started planning. It was not a case of emergency. It was not a case of urgency. It was more of a case of let's just wait a little bit and plan. In the period of planning was when she lost her life. We're planning to operate you. We've discovered now that there are scissors. There's a pair of scissors in you. So let's plan how to remove it. And I can tell you without any fear of favor that planning had to do with we need money. This operation cannot be carried out if you don't pay certain monies. So I don't know if you can make it up. What is obtainable in other climes then? The outside Nigeria, this is a type of case that lawyers that just graduated in the debates, they quote all the laws and they know that the justice system will work. So when I hear, justice for her, well, justice, okay, right, maybe. Justice in Nigeria now is a maybe situation. Maybe, okay, we'll try. And in fact, what's the point? Let it go, I beg. God gives, God takes, and that's where it ends. Emily in Lagos is saying, this is a tragedy. My heart goes to the family. Okay. Chris Okoro, you are in Abuja. It says, I demand justice for Aishatu and her family. This should not be heard. This is why our hospitals and our medical system in this country is failing. There's a lot of negligence going on and people do not even trust the system. But what choice do we have we still have to go to the hospitals, because if you don't go, you would be seen as one who's not a believer. I see that. Chris Okoro, thank you for that, all the way from Abuja right here. So I go to Port Harcourt as I see Temitope Adiola. All right, it's in Port Harcourt, says the hospital should be shut down for this. Oh, Temitope, the hospital should be shut down. Oh, no. In Nigeria, a hospital shut down for negligence. They say, oh, come on, it's just negligence. Come on, it's not enough to shut down a hospital. Hospital has apologized now. Come on. There are better ways to solve this. Olivia is there. It says, I'm appalled by this incident. Justice is needed, but where can we find it? Olivia is saying, justice is needed, but where can we find it? Olivia, I share the same thoughts with you. Where can we find justice in the end? But anyways, we'll see this one here. It's coming from who? All right, so Ogene Jiro, all right, Ogene Jiro right here is messaging from London, says the hospital is responsible for the tragedy. There is no way they can blame it only on the doctors. The hospital management and the hospital, they share the same fault as the doctors. The doctors are only a reflection of what the hospital management looks like. Hence, my humble take is that due process be followed, that hospitals should be shut down or suspended temporarily whilst investigation is going on, or the management should be taken for questioning. The hospital can still run because of the other lives that the hospital is catering for. But if you ask me personally, she says, I would rather say shut down the hospital, get the patients from that hospital to another hospital, take total bill responsibility, and look deeply into the matter of negligence and the lack of standards within the healthcare system in Nigeria. That was a long one. Okay, thank you though. This is a wake-up call for our healthcare system. A reaction against those responsible. The hospital should compensate maybe the family for their loss. Okay. The government should implement stricter regulations and monitoring for healthcare facilities to prioritize patient safety and adhere to standard protocols. Me really wonder if there is anything that cannot happen in this country. If that thing still exists, please let me know by all means. If it is not polio killing in the north, if it is not community clash, like if it is not cancer, something, things that we can really avoid. We can avoid. Not the ones that we cannot avoid. If it was the ones that we cannot avoid, and maybe we can understand it a little bit, then that's when we could say, okay, God gives, God takes. We tried our best, but yeah. But if it is avoidable, as in the story of Aisha to Umar, and somebody asked me, UD, what wrong did the woman, what was the woman's sin? What wrong, what crime does she commit? I mean, you notice that your system is going in a certain way, you're feeling in a certain way, and you do the right thing by going to a recognized medical center a hospital. They run all the tests and they say, oh, we need to operate you. You give consent and then you pay the bills. And after the operation, you're supposed to feel whole, or at least gradually heal into becoming better with assurances, with hopes to live the good life, to probably live some 5 years more, or 10, or 20. Three months later, they discovered they forgot scissors, forgot cotton wool, like in the case of Husseini's mother-in-law. They just forgot something. And I asked in the early hours of the morning, were they using a torch? What were they using a torch? I'm trying to understand. Were they using a torch, a lantern, maybe a candle during the operation? Were the doctors sleeping? The particular one or ones who forgot the scissors, that pair of scissors, were they sleeping? Were they having dementia at the moment? Or they didn't understand the gravity of what they were doing as an operation? They didn't understand it? Well, they have discovered the scissors through scan after offering pain relief for Aishatu, the late Aishatu now. And in the process of planning for a corrective operation, she passed. Now, this incident is a tragic reminder of the importance of patient safety, the importance of the need for accountability in our healthcare system. The NMAs, where are they now? National. Where does it end? What are the punitive measures? Can we assure Nigerians that when we go to hospitals, we are safe? Somebody will tell me, man, our government now, to say they forgo private. Is that even an excuse? Do things like this not happen even in the privates? But does it make it right? I think we should do better. We need to do better. In this case now, would you call Tinubu? You will call the Senate President? You'd call Tajuddin Abbas? Were they the ones that operated on the woman? Were they the ones that turned her back every time she came to the hospital to complain about her stomach? Offering painkillers? Were they the ones planning for a corrective operation when they should have just taken her into the theater, get the consent approved and everything, and undo what it was that they did? Treating it as a matter of urgency first. But no.